What is the best training split, or how many times per week should you be in the gym to build maximum muscle? That's what we're gonna cover in this video. But before we do that, click the subscribe button below, because on this channel, you're gonna learn how to get the strong, ripped, high-performing, high-energy body that goes along with your business success. What's up, guys? This is Coach Amir from 7figurebody.com, and in this video, we're going to talk about the optimal training split, meaning how many times should you be in the gym lifting weights. Of course, we're talking only about lifting weights and building muscle, not cardio. So how many times should you be in the gym in order to build the absolute maximum possible amount of muscle that you can build? Now, before we kind of dive deep into this, remember, the number one most important thing that determines how your whole training plan should be set up is your training age. What we call training age, which simply means your level of advancement. So remember, when somebody starts lifting weights, for the first 6 to 12 months, they are a beginner lifter, okay? So this is, beginner lifter is the best time to ever, to be, because you can build the most amount of muscle you'll ever be able to, simply because your body's not accustomed to it, and you're so far away from that, the genetic ceiling, the maximum that you can genetically, naturally build. You're so far from that because you've never done it. So you can build, 1 to 2 pounds of muscle per month for the first 6 to 12 months. So anywhere from 10 to 15-ish pounds per year is what you can build in the first year of lifting. You are a beginner lifter, okay? Then after that, once you're out of that, what we call newbie gain, simply because, you build a lot of muscle, relatively speaking, when you're a beginner, you go from beginner to intermediate, and that's from the first to maybe the 4th year of lifting, okay? So between 1 year and 4 years roughly, you are an intermediate lifter. Everything slows down as you become, more advanced, simply because you're closer to that genetic limit and you're building muscle, and therefore, because of that, it's slower and slowing down, okay? Just like, you can lose, relatively speaking, more body fat when you're more overweight. The leaner you get, there's less to lose. Therefore, the rate of fat loss slows down. Same thing is here. As you're building more and more muscle and you're closer to that genetic, maximum natural potential, as you're getting closer there, the rate of muscle building slows down as well. This is just normal physiological things. Nothing we can do about it. It's just how things work. So it's very, and then, finally, of course, you have that, beginner, you have the intermediate, and then finally you have an advanced lifter, somebody who's been lifting properly more than 5 years. Please, guys, remember, of course, every guy in the world who's ever lifted a weight once thinks that he is, an advanced lifter. This is almost never the case. Why? Because I always say, you're an advanced lifter when you've been lifting for 5+ years properly, which is almost never the case. And by the way, I'm not judging here. I'm just saying from my own experience in the 25 years in the gym, the first 10 years, you can just, of me being in a gym, you can just take it I probably had, results that I could get in 6 months or 12 that took me 10 years. Why? Because we have no clue what we were doing. Like my training partner and I, a buddy of mine, hey, let's go to the gym. So we would show up to the gym and be like, that guy looks big. He's doing, chest press. Let's do chest press. We had no clue what we were doing. This is pre-internet, by the way. There's no coaches. There's no nothing. We had no clue what we were doing, literally. So the first 10 years, I could probably get better results now in 6 to 12 months with anybody than what I got in the first 10 years of lifting. And you'll see most people who've been in the gym for 20 years literally conclude the same thing if they can take their ego out, of course, right? But remember, this is the most important thing that determines how your training plan should be set up and how it should be organized, is how advanced are you? If you're just starting out, pretty much, the most basic twice-a-week training program will absolutely do. If you are an advanced lifter or a very serious intermediate, it won't do anymore, okay? So let's go a bit deeper into it. So depending on how many times you go to the gym, that, of course, determines, how you should split the training program. So we now know that it's better or more, let's say it's optimal or a bit more beneficial to hit each muscle group twice a week than it is to hit it once a week, okay? So you know that all the biggest bodybuilders say, well, you just annihilate one muscle group, once per week. So all of the famous bodybuilders have been doing that for decades. Basically, Monday is a chest day. So they're 30 sets of chest on Monday. And then they don't train chest again until the next Monday. Now, this is suboptimal. A natural lifter should not be training this way. Now, of course, if you say, well, come on, wait, but how are all these greatest bodybuilders building their chest that way if it's suboptimal? Well, here's how. Number one, they are on all the steroids in the world that exist. You, hopefully, are not, right? You have a brain, and you're like, okay, I'm not a professional bodybuilder, I don't need to be on steroids. That's number one. Number two, they are the genetic elite already. If they can do, 20 hard sets for the chest in a workout and survive it, that doesn't mean that you and I can't. That you and I can. I actually would say we certainly cannot. I know that if I tried to do 20 hard sets for the chest in one workout, my arms would probably fall off and I'll get injured a million times. So would you, very likely. So we can't look at, a absolute genetic elite who is on all the steroids in the world and say, well, we as a natural lifter and an average genetics, which we kind of more or less all have, well, we're not going to do anything different. We're going to do exactly that. No, that's not how it works. They say, don't ask Brad Pitt how to pick up girls because he doesn't have to do anything. He just shows up, right? If we wanted to learn that, we have to learn how to actually do it. We can't just show up, right? So, or you can't be like, hey, Elon Musk built these companies. Well, let me try to do what he's doing. Well, good luck. You can try, but it's probably not going to work because you're not Elon Musk, right? And in this case, same exact thing. You should not be training your chest once a week. You should not be training your back once a week. You should ideally hit it at least twice per week. So let's simplify here. If you only have 2 workouts per week, and if you're a beginner lifter, even if you've dabbled with, gym workouts for a couple of years, but you don't really didn't build any much muscle, nor do you have it, nor do you look like you have it. In that case, 2 workouts a week are really more than enough. You just do full body workout every single time. Full body workout every single time. So you just go through, you can either do, supersets, chest, back, shoulders, pull downs, like opposing muscle groups, or you can just do something for the chest and something for the, quads and something for the back, etc. So just go through the big muscle groups in the body and do that twice a week. You hit full body twice a week. That means you're hitting each muscle group twice a week. That's totally awesome. Like you don't need to do anything better as a beginner lifter. Once you go into an intermediate category, you're probably going to need to increase your training frequency. Twice a week is not going to cut it anymore. You're not going to be able to put enough training volume, meaning enough sets and reps of all the exercises in just 2 workouts. Otherwise, it would be like 3-hour workouts. So what you would probably have to do is increase to 3 times a week. Maybe as you get a serious intermediate level, probably like 2, 3, 4 years into it, you're probably going to be working out 4 times a week. So again, simplification. Anything up to 3 times a week in the gym, you should be doing full body workout every single time for optimal results. If you are going to the gym 4 times a week, then you can do upper, lower split. I think that's the best split. You just do upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. That's it. And let's say in that case you do, Monday upper body, Tuesday lower body, Wednesday off, and then again, Thursday and Friday upper, lower. Right? That's upper, lower, off day, upper, lower. That's it. And then 2 off days. That's probably the best split. And then as you can totally do this for the next several years until you become an advanced lifter. Eventually, when you become an advanced lifter, you're so close to that maximum genetic ceiling of how much muscle you can build that there's very little muscle to be built anyway. And therefore, if you want to continue making progress, maybe you still do, you probably need to increase your time in the gym from 4 to probably 5 times a week or more. And it's no surprise that if you look at anybody who's an advanced lifter, most of these people are in the gym 6 times a week usually. Now, of course, one kind of truth that a lot of people who are advanced lifters don't like to face and don't like to accept as the truth is that once you've gone through your 5 years of, let's say 4 to 5, maybe 6, whatever, but it's generally 5 years of proper lifting, you have reached almost the maximum amount of muscle you can build. Beyond that, for the rest of your life, you're basically just maintaining. So the dirty truth is that if somebody's been lifting for, let's say 6 years, so they are now an advanced lifter, they've built a really good amount of muscle, they're really close to that genetic ceiling, and now they're like 6 times a week in the gym. Why? Well, they're in the gym 6 times a week simply because they love being in the gym, not because it gives them more results, because it doesn't. If you look at most professional bodybuilders who are spending all of their time, like imagine the time, effort, energy. Bodybuilding is one of the hardest sports out there. It takes so much out of you. It's just terrible. But on the other hand, it's great if you love it because you enjoy it. Year to year to year, decade to decade, that bodybuilder is coming on stage at the same exact weight. What does that mean? He's not building any more muscle. Can he be a little bit more conditioned than the previous year? Of course, and it happens. But more or less, year after year after year, they have the same amount of muscle. Even though they've spent all of this time, from the previous year, from the previous year, from the previous, trying to build more muscle. So they go through, cut bulk. So they're building muscle, then cutting the fat, building muscle, cutting the fat. At the end, he shows up on a stage 3 years later at the same exact weight. Why? Because that is the genetic limit. So what I'm trying to say is once you get to that advanced level, you can really just go back to maintenance, which is, 2 to 3. We now know science has shown that you can use 1/3 of your training volume that it took you to build a muscle to actually maintain the muscle. So what does that mean? For example, me, after being in the gym for 25 years, and let's say out of that, half of that is actual proper lifting, that means I'm really close to that maximum genetic potential. And I can't really build much more muscle. I'm 225, pounds. Like, what the hell am I going to get more? And I don't care to have more. So what does that mean? I can be in the gym twice a week, doing full body workout twice a week for the rest of my life and just maintain what I got. And by the way, that's what I've been doing for the last, I don't know how many years. I just go to the gym twice a week during the summer and ride my bike because I love mountain biking. In the winter, when it's cold and I can't mountain bike, I just do the gym 4 times a week because I love it. Right? But am I in the gym 6 days a week? No, I haven't been in the gym 6 days a week for years. Why? Because if I do that, there's not really any more progress. So what's the point? Unless you genuinely love it and just enjoy being there without any progress, it's just you like doing that. Awesome. But it's just really good to know these things and be okay with them. So then you can be like, okay, according to what I like doing in my lifestyle, this is what fits me, etc. So guys, to summarize, when you're just starting out, twice a week in the gym, full body every time is totally fine. As you get a bit more advanced, you go into that, second, year of your lifting, 2 to 3 times a week is the best. And I would say enough. Let's say enough. It's not the best. It's better if you do 4, but it's more than enough to do 3. And then as you become intermediate, so let's say that second to 4th year, you can probably go to 4 times a week. And just basically do that forever until you get, an advanced level where if you want to still be in the gym 5 times a week or more, you can. So I hope this kind of clarified a lot of these things, because a lot of times people say, well, what if I do this or that? And guys, remember, spending most of your time in the gym just doing bicep curls is stupid. Like, it's just wasting time. And again, if you love doing it, by all means do it, but make sure to not skip the legs. Okay, you know how they say, friends, what do the memes say? Friends don't let friends skip leg day. Please, if you're a guy, don't skip leg day. And also remember that there are muscles in your body other than bicep and chest, right? There's a lot of muscles. There's like 614 muscles in the body, 3 times as many bones, 2 times as many as bones. It's like 204 bones, 614 muscles. There's a lot of muscles beyond just chest and bicep. So please train all the muscles because you want to have a symmetric, very good looking, strong body everywhere, not just have chicken legs and then, Popeye up top and then chicken legs. That's ridiculous, right? So anyways, guys, that's for this video. I hope you liked it and learned something. If you did, please check out the video description below. There's a link there that you can click to check out the completely free training you get from A to Z, the whole process on how to lose 20 to 50 pounds without cardio starvation or giving up carbs. Also, when you do that and put your name and email and phone number, you're going to not just get the training for free, you're also going to get a digital version of this book for free. This is my, this textbook, like actual physical book, sells on Amazon for $25. You can get it, digital version of this in your inbox, absolutely free when you click that link below. So please do that. Subscribe if you haven't already, and click the like button as well. Thank you for your time. See you guys next time.